I have studied our social, emotional substructures for 140 years. These thoughts are constructive criticisms, pyramidical. I am innocent of psychic violence. As you examine my face and eyes, you will see that this is true.
He's lying.
The next example appears similar, but the murmur is slightly shorter and ends before A2. The patient indicates a callous tetralogy, and the second heart sound in this case is single and the pulmonary component absent. The intensity and length of the pulmonary ejection murmur in callous tetralogy vary inversely with the severity of the stenosis. In severe cases, the pulmonary ejection murmur is soft and short, as most of the right ventricular output passes through the ventricular septal defect.
Seen the decaying flesh. The sweet scent of putrefaction already in the air. The fine, strong beast, dear May. What exactly do you want to do with him?
A full genetic study. Break its DNA code. See if there are any structural or evolutionary changes since ours were analyzed 200 years ago. Discover any new hereditary disease factors that may have emerged, which might result in broadening our immunization spectrum. Study its emotional and psychic elements in relation to its sociology.
He's an artist. He does it with imagination.
Show us more of your work.
Down. Yes, the horse king. Breast of a female, body of man. Worship this. Let's begin architecture. The renovating of Noah's Ark Center. Like jump-starting connectors. Attach the wire cables and levers. Elevate one flight above the cellar by vertical propellers. Building a hell that's sweltering. Drove the velvet swing. Bring the 7 rings before the Elfin King. I will glide across blood oceans, piloted by the pelican, with tattered feathered wings, and perched on a tree in a back pocket by a cave entering. Yo, I just cut my crops pissed. In my bloody patch to Oshkoshes, with an axe and snow galoshes. And my schizophrenic process, it's like a pack of Clostraphobic werewolves locked in a closet. And I plan on joining a mosh pit with a double-jointed vertebrae that catapults my skull when I cock it. Going from a throne built out of human arm sockets, held together by yarn knots, lips, and pollinate toxins. You cats wouldn't know what makes me tick if I was wearing a belt of lifetime bombs around my hips. I burn dips and stay ripped like a crackhead who lives. One of the lens of my eye just split, so I see much like a common house fly when it lands on shit. Now is Baby to 2, part 2, but this is still one song. Retards. Fade that in, son. Fade that stupid, crooked, dust-covered furniture. This is in the attic. The attic. Get the rooms and the mops. We are cleaning up the attic. The attic. It appears there's a vampire in the mist. On horseback he sits, galloping through the mist. Slowly with the lantern ripped. In wounds from 2 silver bullets shot to a splint. A gimp who walks with a slight limp. Extended wings 100 feet longer than aircraft carriers and cargo ships. Gliding between the sun and the moon 5 seconds before they eclipse. In every leap year the natives form a circle on the cliff and the jaws of a Venus flytrap with a fly trap, sucking out all the life sap. Now you try that, and I'll be forced to reply back with a severe blow, using the fireman's axe. Jack, who looks human in the front because you cannot see the tangling of wires in the back. Wait till my eggs hatch, birthday spiders with webs that can catch full-size African bloodbaths. I would love to see a spell to counter that. I wasn't delivered from a snatch, I was built from scratch, put together in a meat market where they process cats and leftover animal scraps. I then sat up and made my escape through the ventilation shaft. The only choruses you'll hear coming from my throat will be the suffering moans of all the swallowed souls that my stomach holds. Just one of my migraines can anchor down the heavens on purgatory with a barbell and a bike chain. And weather might change. Behold the vertical horizon during 5 days of ice rain. Afterwards I remain, crawling with the ancestors' termite veins, leaking anti-pesticide strains, and terminate any species who breeds CO2 through dual lung sac airways.
I see a magnificent castle with so many balconies and towers and lots of glass-stained windows gleaming in the sunlight. I never saw anything so beautiful.
Please report to the conveyor belt to have your serial numbers taken down. That should be located behind your earlobe. And Joe, I'll throw your head's flight out of whack, disregarding its flight path during tonight's mass, dipping masculine in a wine flask covered in white ash. On a wobbling book stack screaming out loud, the light ain't the right path. Hammering spike backs to your quadriceps, now try to fight back. Drop mines on the iron plaques, too deep for wiretaps. Spinal graft, I know I'm on in fact. I bled ectoplasm in my urine tack until oxygen turned to black. I ride a dust broom and circle the moon, the circus the tomb. Take lagoon from my nightmare circus straight to your room. Craft scientist, fusing in a bubble of gas hydrogen, resulting in an impact blast of colliding spinal discs, scattering microchips that fossilize and rock sediment on Cairo's cliffs. I walk like a chimp, stalk with a limp, talk innocent, virgin outlines, talk in cement, and mark the event like a marketing slip. I'm flamboyantly, buoyantly, floating in my own bullshit that I dropped in the toilet sea. Food for thought's poison like soiling green. Demonic sex god with an abnormal cock that coils in jeans. I want Earth dead by morning. After yawning, my voice box will send trees to rip through your house awning. When it rains, it's pouring. There's no reassuring that I will not bring something dead with me on stage when I'm touring. I'm cock reinforcing your girlfriend's tight twat for porking. You'll see the after effects when she's walking. I'm losing friends, too busy tying up the loose ends with my parents who found the videotapes again. I'll take pleasure in seeing their gasping, suffocating face behind plastic wrappings on the bathroom floor of multiple stabbings. I'm harpoon gaffling hooks at the humans like poacher snagging, and brand women's ankles with metal bracelets like pigeon tagging. Welcome to Jack's most bizarre version to the doors of hell. Each store in a cell.
Oh, something I forgot. Dust. Dust? Dust. Yup, dust.
Everybody pay attention. Everybody, you in the back, all the children, please hold your handcuffs and come forward. There was an old man who lived in a house up on a hill, and under the hill was skulls and bones of all the people that suffered there at one time. But all of these bones and skulls was grass and flowers, so therefore it looked normal. A normal house on a normal hill, with the foundation was death. Wizard's cloak, invisible magician's robe, stitched and sewn
stone, settling bones on my kitchen stove. Enchanted fits the mold. When I drift into smoke, and reappear in a cape ripped with holes. I am he who sits in the grove, turning sticks into stones, burning a witch into coals. Cast spells which are rhythmic with the glow. So when I chant, the wind condition is cold. I bite during thrown punches, and I won't let go when the fight's done with. So surgeons have to pry my cuspits. I just ate some slut bitch, and I clamped open my navel so I could watch what I ate digest in my stomach. Right now I will attempt to touch it with my index finger that nicked the acids from it. My wine cellar is pungent. Jack tossed the burning pumpkin at the purple munchkin.
So, what is your problem? We're gonna stop here, tell this whole story, and kind of stop what you're trying to explain.
Yo, I enlarged my hemoglobin. The spray exaggerated amounts of blood on the die-card fans to the front benches with their mouths open. I'll taste my organ package in a sheep's intestine, nodding like haggis, still covered in lactates. Who's designing crafts that run deeper than North Children trapped beneath mining shafts? So the last surviving gasp, losing air under an inclining slant.
Let him speak.
You're my fucking class. This is my fucking class. And you use your fucking imagination in my fucking class. Yeah? You can't come to my fairy tale world and make everything grow and make your flowers sprout and expect to build a house on my yard. This is my world. I turn everything dies and everything dies. This is. You can't build around where I am. You make me very upset. You make me summon something or something. Yes. And remember, use your brain, children. Use your brain while it's still in your skull. Remember something. Use your brain when it's still in your skull, because a lot of people they don't realize how much they use something until they lose it.
Oh, I see.
So keep your brain with some type of motion detector. That's it. We can cut that. But you're in my fucking world.
No building allowed. No unauthorized architecture. Have a baby Ruth! Baby Ruth? Yeah, I just figured there's so much stuff out there right now that's talking about plots and the street stuff and making about money and happiness and stuff, so I figured I'd be the only one to talk about this stuff, you know what I mean? I constantly talk about this stuff all the time. You know? You know?
Yo! I just killed the Empress! Now feel my essence, dropped in circular cloud luminescence. Getting arrested, fully erected. Straight talking lessons for using molesting as a cure for depression. I'll stay in your house after you told me to bounce. Knock your mother's blouse and get your brother's mouth on your leather couch. My conscience is bleeding, worse than pre-childbirth with no medical breathing. Don't even ask me what I'm eating. I'm into reading books on how to stop me from punching my mom in the mouth during family meetings. I am cartilaginous, focus, a fish that passes salt water out of my tissues to my gills by osmosis, converting NH2 and hydrogen ions to form ammonias and secrete toxins into the oceans. A deep sea survivor, releasing spores from my oral fibers that cannot be recovered by coral fibers. I make death scenery look pleasant like funeral home floral designers. I bring the air raid on battle rhymers, like flying a 1950s mortar bomb diver, wearing airliner visors, dropping nukes on rice paddies and miners. My minefield has pits dug with elephant tusks at the bottom facing up that trap tigers. I lost it in Nam, went AWOL and brainwashed Cambodian villagers into believing I was a god. And my demands were odd, I had them pelt me with metal prods. lockjaw. My crawl space thinks a lot more since I forgot the combination to the corpse in my lock vaults. I shock vaults through dead bodies during possession exercises and religious cults, and take notes of the results. I don't have a pulse. Identity crisis, my throat has a skull.
Let me introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. Boy. Boys, girls. Let me introduce myself. Let me introduce myself. You know who I am. Let me introduce myself.
Oh, God, that feels good. Oh, yeah. You guys hammered. Now, what I want you to do is just sit on my face. That way I can't breathe. Yeah. And, yeah, I want your girlfriend over there with those giant fucking tits just to slam them against my face. Like, there we go. To my face. Now what I'm gonna do, this is kind of sick, but I'm gonna shit on your fucking chest. I don't know if they call that a hot lunch or some shit, but this is my girl's song. So, I hope you gag. I hope anyone with a vagina gags. So, everybody watch me. Drop these sloppy bukkake on your girlfriend's ski goggles and left them soggy. And if you possibly could be a cock tease, you're getting sledgehammer therapy to your knock knees. And I prefer Cantonese, cause these chicks always look like they're like 13, even when they're like 23, with a college degree. I'm obsessed sexually, a dendrophiliac who has sex with trees. See, now I'm aroused. Why don't you come over to my house, dressed like a Girl Scout, so I can strap this gag ball around your mouth. And that R&B shit is out. We're fucking the Beethoven, Mozart, Bach, or Strauss. Like, wow, I hope to make my cock proud. One day I will be having intercourse in a circle, rocking a crown. From blondes, brunettes to dreads, hair is getting ripped out. Fuck this, I need sex right now. I need sex more than an info posing on a leather couch. We're talking ginseng testicles. 1 man, 500 cum shot festival. Metabolism is incredible. I don't mind bisexual, but you and your girlfriends are still getting treated like trash receptacles, with strangulation marks that are all identical. And I'm gentle, and let's play nice. Let's seriously date and do this right before I punch out your fucking lights. Oh, she's I'm sorry though, I guess. So that's you don't give me head. Yeah, I guess. You guys get the gist of my romantic style of talking to women. That's why I'm the man. So what you're gonna do is pass me that 10-gallon fish tank, and I'm gonna fill that up, and you will drink it. Seriously though. Okay, honey, please sit upright. And notice that my cock in your hands looks like a sewer pipe. Now tie your hair in pigtails like Rainbow Bright. Look up and bite. I rock leg warmers and tights during club nights. Carrying your Sicilian sausage, wanna slice? Yeah. Put this on your fucking forehead. Ooh, God, that's warm. The slapping sound is... Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I'm done. I'm done. I've climaxed. That's it. All over. you want a job here at the children's workshop, but you were arrested on 7 counts of indecent exposure, stalking, molestation, child torture, and animal sodomy. So I don't know what you're talking about. And what's this about a petting zoo you used to work at? It's something about a rubber glove and Vaseline. What's the deal with that? Nah, man, I just, I don't know. It's like A.D.H.D.
This is when animals attack part 5. Armed with a flashlight and a razor blade to shadow box the dark side. I've always been selfish. Choked on the sperm cells with my tail so they wouldn't make it to the egg cause I was jealous. I am a prepubescent. Female pelvics like they never felt it. And your freak will be left with a swell slit. I don't call my care and I don't care. I get girls' numbers but their boyfriend's standing right there. My life's not going anywhere. I hang out in front of clinics for mentally impaired and nursing home care. My crew's in wheelchairs, smoking blunts while on assisted breathing machines pumping artificial air. I'm decked out like a cavalier, saluting with 1 star, half a stripe covered in starch and tear. Hand all filed, with no recent abductions on file, cause I have not been caught in a while. My tongue is viral, so when I spit Parkinson's down your throat, you wonder why both of your lungs spiral. I have the sickest style, you'll see when nude photographs of me and a dead child are shown on trial. See, I'm in denial, don't listen to a person who communicates with alien voices passed through phone dials. Yeah, the human heart is vital, but I'm swallowing dino exhibits in museums including woolly mammoth spinals. Sideways, to the point I die from spine decay and come back from my grave acting like I was fine that way. I regret this is only in the beginning redesigning phase of the 30th moon's last gravitating alignment stage. I brought the finest blades, an acknowledgement of all 40 muscle functions of the human face. I will replace with latex batter in a base, touch you up with cosmetics and red paint. You become my doll zombie sex slave. Now who never gets laid? The cops remove numerous female DNA from my house the next day after the feds raid. Me get stupid, me dumb, me touch pee-pee and it shoot out some pre-cum. See, little Jack Jr. on the cusp of lunar. I will always be the sicker sooner, cause my brain is a tumor. That's stupid. Cross it out.
You do not belong in here. You do not belong in here. You do not belong in here. Damn crackhead. Go smoke your crack, please.
I got my face ordered. Welcome to the tea party. Yeah, don't mind me. Your walls are coming back. Hey, I think Jack's friends just snapped. Cause I'm normally 5'8", but now 5'10" with my head reattached. On 7 back, a twisted king wearing a face harness and leather straps. So if chicks wanna fuck, remember that. I was always a clever chap who would never chat, just sat behind the shed in the back and just never cast. Changed genders on tracks, like hi, I'm too stressed. And my grandmother's corsets, washing the blood off my hands under the faucet. And I'm standing on your doorstep, smelling like a super vortex. Cause I just got through burying corpses. Now sound the trumpets before the avant-garde art summit, and watch Jack use aortic clamps to hold open his stomach. Yeah, so the viewers in the front row can touch it. And my body has other functions. My back is skin wrapped by sewing pins stuck in ink for my operation instructions. You dummies, I'll take a road trip cross country with the torso strapped to my fender with bungee. And it's bumpy, there's a footprint pushing out of my tummy. Alive women should only be used to study. Today my cross-based weather conditions are crummy, hot, moist, and muggy. While experimenting death machines like Pugsley. Jack is grotesque, sweaty, and ugly. Nobody loves me. My brain is rust covered in dusty. Plus my eye sockets are busting. Arthritic knees are buckling. I'll vomit tentacles with hubcap-sized suction rings. Child abducting. On a rubber swing. Fake tarnish. Dog licks and fake tarnish. Rubber mouth on fake tarnish. Display dope on fake tarnish. Display dog licks on fake tarnish. Hanging there with rods in my armpits. 15 of us now, right now. There's 15 of us right now. All 15 of us in one house. All 15.
Enjoy it, make summer abound. Enjoy it, make summer abound. Enjoy it, make summer abound. Enjoy.
Okay, just hold still. Alright, what I'm gonna do here now is remove the apparatus. Why? Wait, nope, don't move here now. I know it's gonna hurt, so I'm just gonna put my hand inside your trachea, and that way I can pull that out. Okay then. Oh, this is looking good. I know. Okay. Shh. Please calm down. And okay, now what I'm gonna need you to do, Robert, is I'm gonna need you to go and get the saw in the closet. And don't mind who's in there. They should be dead by now, you know? It should have settled in. Okay, chapter 2. Okay. The human heart. Alrighty. Shit.
She's awake. She's awake. Thank God you're here. She's awake. I'm gonna need more of that chloroform.
Hello? Yes, my love. Oh, I will cut your heart out and eat your heart, my love. I will cut my wrist, my love, to show you for my passion fills your headless void, my love. Hey Joe, I'm on the set like who is this? Piece to J23. The rest can climb on my elephantitis balls with rivets. Fuck fans and gimmicks. There's a statue of me built in the body position of an Olympic champion throwing a discus. Worshipped by cannibal pygmies and midgets. Right up the coast of the Pacific, and they wave human heads on sticks when I visit. That's why my head's the biggest. I fade the physics. My thoughts the moon, and my brain's the sun, so I'm now ecliptic. I have the fidgets when avoiding roadblocks for manhunts by police districts. When archaeologists lifted my cryptid, they found ancient, unencrypted Aramaic words inscripted, hand chiseled by Egyptians. Underground, my sarcophagus was warped because one of the pyramids had tipped it, and was unburied after man by alien construction equipment. Now let's be specific. During court, my victims are listless because I leave ransom notes and hieroglyphics. Dungeon magic, with tears in my cloak showing, exposing caskets fastened to my ceiling by iron O-rings. And now they look like they're floating in a corroding fortress that's resting on a pile of human bones, barely holding. I struggle the moat of my castle during boating, using stars and constellation formations as map decodings. I serve regiments as a burglar because, like hobbits, robbing treasures guarded by sleeping dragons, I'm tiptoeing, invisible with the use of cloaking. Look, peasants, I've brought presents after my archer's arrow struck the king's pheasants. But I am protected by the angelic woven crescent on my metal mesh netted chest plate dented. 300-year vampire Frenchmen, let's begin fencing. Musketeer hat with their heads feather bent in. Got a false anonymous of royal descendant. Slave-driving wenches to dig trenches around my castle's entrance. The smell of decayed intestines block your senses. Moss kicked up from stone hedges. My font hog and the next of kin beheaded. Everybody.
It was a magical story of dwarves, dragons, and trolls that met with instant critical acclaim. More than write another charming tale, he would create an entirely new universe. Never let life's cruel twists overwhelm him. Soon he would face even darker days, but nothing on earth, not even the horrors of war, could rob him of his vibrant and powerful imagination.
A milder man you never could imagine. But what lives behind those bland eyes of his? Look at me. I'm trying to tell you the truth. What do you know about this town?
I know that Oldfield has got a long history of violence. Many a murderer can call this place home.
Long history of violence. It's as though the very foundation of this place was human suffering.
Very dramatic. Maybe a little overboard.
You have a lot to learn, my dear.
Listen, so I guess the showing the female breasts on the male carcass thing is out of the question, huh? Okay, so I guess we're not gonna date then. Listen, brush my teeth though? Is that good? Alright then.
It's that house.
I'm gonna bite you in your fucking mouth.
The orange room.
I'm gonna bite together your mouth.
Yo, who provokes violence? I'm not at some science tip, but I will construct weapons of kitchen appliances using blenders and Pyrex chips. It's rubber tubes attached to my spinal disc, and a glass specimen jar that catch all of the fluid that drips. Walking dead alive with both the leather straps on the gurney. You can't burn me, my face is already covered in herpes. And a bioluminescent pus filled bubble on my neck that's humorous, and will soon burst inside of my uterus. I died October 1926 by stamp wounds of a crucifix, and came back from my buried ditch under a bullet clips. Being dragged by a werewolf, pulling my concrete grip across floorboards, collecting carpet lids. I only overshadow my thoughts with the darkest tints, so you cannot see in. Like submarine headlights and Leviathan specimens and Icelandic basins made of tin, including oxygen, an artificial sun from halogen. Life cycle cannot begin until the first human patient starts to grow its first set of plant limbs. Underwater roots form to fins, evolutionized fingers to grab blunt instruments during photosynthesis. I inject creatine into the base of my dick and act as a prosthetic forklift for overweight chicks. Explosive bust bubbles on my J-flips, and I'm highly contagious, compulsive rapist, and I have not bathed since. I stab my sister in the shower and watch the watered down blood wash down the drainage. Ask the graduate students who are at the lobotomy if I'm brainless, and they'll tell you I woke up screaming during the operation.
My ghost has arrived and I'm wearing a Grateful Dead sheet. Slaughtered the student teacher cause he thought he could test me, arrest me, so I could be locked up with my own kind. Degenerate humanoid shells with no organs on the inside. Kids cry for being beat with extension cords, but keep coming on back like a relentless whore. Face it, your mother's dead, you better stop looking. Pass me the cyanide, Billy, I'm making a special batch of cookies. What's this you ask? Oh, that's a meat cleaver. Let's go in the other room, cause your sister's running a fever. This goes out to all you inbred cop blockers. Got your sister tied up and gagged, ready for torture like John Walker. Sergeant Slaughter, call me the stalker. I'm just waiting to get a chance to be alone with your only surviving daughter. Misunderstood, I'm a genius with a sore throat. Drank it down to gasoline, trying to get high, thought it was scope. Wishing you could get me in a room alone and hang me with the cord they used to connect the telephone. Alias Nom, Jakprogresso,
I remember the mountain well enough without this.
Indeed. And how do you intend to enter Smaug's chambers? Through the main gate, as a house guest. You'd be anxious before you took your 7th step.
Oh, see, look. This hand points from these rooms to, bless my soul, a secret entrance. A hidden passage to the lower halls.
Excellent.
I'm really quite good with maps.
Let me see. Yes, quite correct.
Oh, here we go. I almost couldn't hear myself.
Wizard. Magician's triangle. What?
L'Équateur.
Floating. Magic.
L'Équateur.
That magic. You know what I'm saying? Check it. Throw the stones. I'm skipping stones.
L'Équateur.
Hey yo, Renaissance, rope stone and patches, dragging hatchets from both sides and shooting matches. I carry handbooks for 6-prong practice. The blood clots in your casket won't dissolve without shots of an acid. Turn back time like knots in a ratchet. The balancing axis of the moon on my back with no attachments. Vampirism tactics. You wanna see pure magic? I spit while levitating your mattress. You try to figure me out. I live in the great heights of the Alps, walking burial grounds with bare scalps. This bell should burn down your house once the wind direction changes south and brings the blood showers to end the drought. Who wants harbor bouts? I'm cancer mouth. You bite me, I'll bite you back, but tumors will sprout. The ultimate dungeon lord cloaked in a gown, as serene as a sound, at low tide with some seagulls around. You must have journeyed far to come to my thoughts, black as waters that drown, and never submerged to the surface to be pronounced. I've got the crown, guarded by concrete gargoyle statue mounds that come to life, so smash it now. The sorcerer's apprentice who put the sleeping spell on the town. My true fans are down. They all walk around with the devil's claw pierced to their eyebrows. Ghostly breaths with their flames of lanterns, so lights out. See, this is a trick demonstration. Like I was walking through temples of the strobe lights, selling tabs, handing out bracelets. My brain shifts with the tides of the water, so the current lets my wake drift. Let's be creative and talk about the severe toxic retardation of my brain's platelets. Hibernation in basements where cobwebs cover age grips and sewer grates lift.
L'Équateur. 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 L'Équateur.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a very interesting young man who's traveled from very far away to be with us tonight.
So an operator, what? And it was a metal discus. I had seen a metal discus flying, but it was like a giant frisbee. It took my cows, it took my Betsy, it took old Betsy right from my farm. Damn it. Octopod, the Martian gods brought me a fossil of a frog to be dropped in a pond and then watch it evolve. On the spinning colorful lights on the top that revolve. After the moon dropped the fog, I burn odd-shaped circles in farmers' crops to be solved. Let's begin uranium mining. During my CAT scan, there was unidentified alien findings. Tucked under my stomach's inner lining, stuck intertwining, while coinciding with the constellation of stars aligning on perfect timing. During the exact moment the sun's declining, orbiting argon gases, fumigating off 9 rings. I'm now moving under my aqueducts and surface from chloride springs. I'm the original four-ride thing that'll knock your asteroid belt off parallax with a meteorite swing. I make my nest in the corner of cabinets until I move sporadic and incubate my eggs upstairs to lay dormant attics. Let's begin math, and don't you even ask. Everybody just get in line to watch me take this iodine bath. And don't you even laugh, cause there's a slight chance I might burn the altar boys' faces when I splash. Detailed like paintings according to color contrast. Watch the moths fly to my spell books when I flip a page to display a craft. I rise from incense ash and rejuvenate back to a human cast while drinking sanctified blood from a wine flask. I have no reason to be upset, but I'm still ripping your heart out and urinating on your lungs to the hole in your chest. A cannibal pest who breeds animal pets in a genetics lab beneath concrete lateral steps where mechanical flex, dripping mascara wet. Like I was not the one dancing around my room in a dress. After sanity, there's nothing left. So I'm knocking on your door with an axe to ask for the rent. Then escape through the fence, onto the roof and parachute with a tent. Then move down to the sewer entrance and remove it with a wrench. Who wants those stakes to the chest flow? Who wants to sit in the next row and watch me perform with my intestines exposed? And look at my chest hole. It's the spot of my rotted body where insects go, lay eggs and let their nest grow. A new species covered in seaweed and a human flesh TP. I burn soap, diesel and tea leaves. Believe me, PCP increased beastly bestiality, obesity with a fat fuck glutton stuck in his house scenery, masturbating in his own feces repeatedly. I'm gross. Bicycle accidents involving 2-year-olds with their ankle bones mangled between the spokes. Who's doped? Unchecked liquefied coke into the air pockets of my throat. So what if my apartment attracts mice that breed under black lights? So large they can swallow entire felines during cat fights and peel my back slice. I'm strong enough to bench press your entire apartment building slice.
See to me looks oh so yummy. My yummy.